Assalamualaikum everyone. In this video, we'll see what is an RDBMS. Okay, that is Relational Database Model, Relational Database Management System. Okay, RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Okay, as we know, relation is nothing but what? A table, right? We know relation as table. Table, a 2D table, two-dimensional table. कैसा रहता? What do we have? We have what? We have what? In a table we have got rows and columns, right? Rows को हम बोलेंगे tuple and columns को will call us attributes. ठीक है? Table को will call us relation. In a relation we'll have what? In a table we have got what? A row and a column. ठीक है? Rows and columns. Rows को will call us tuples and columns को will call us attributes. ठीक है? That's how simple it is. Relational database, why is it so widely used? Because of its simplicity and understandability. Okay, it is very simple to use and understand as well. Okay, and also here as I told in the previous video as well, that here the relational database management system, the tables, the data that we store in the form of tables, what does it do? It helps you maintain the consistency of the data. It helps in security. It helps in maintaining the uniqueness of the data. And the data is not redundant. So what happens? If the data is not redundant, the data will be what? Consistent, right? So all these advantages we get under RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Why? Because it is very easy to understand. Okay, it is simple and easy to understand. Okay, let's look at the table that we have got here. Suppose this is a table, okay? So these are what? The fields. Video number, suppose for example, video number, name, views, likes and comments. Okay, suppose for example, this is a table. So these are the fields. Okay, video number, name, views, likes and comments. Okay, so these rows, suppose we'll take the example of this first row. Okay, so this I can call it as a record. Okay, this is a record. Row ko I can also call as records. Okay, so this is one record, this is another record, this is third record, this is a fourth record. I've got 4 records. Okay, and how many fields do I have here? These are the fields. Video number is a field, name is a field, view is a field, likes is a field, comments is a field. These are all are what? Fields. Fields. Okay, fields. So here if you see a table, a 2-dimensional table, it is easy to read, right? Read, alright? And also it is easy to insert the data into the table, isn't it? For example, here if you see in the first record, I've got what? In the first record, I've got video number is 1. The name is preview. The views are 500. The likes are 100. The comments are 10. Right? In the second record, what do I have? I've got video number is second. I've got PF, partial fractions. Okay, the views are 50. Seriously, from 500 to 50? Not fair. Okay, the likes are what? 100 to 13 likes. If you see, the views are 50, but the likes are 13. Not fair. If you're seeing the video, then you must like it because I worked a lot on these videos. So if you like the video, if you understood the topic, so do like the video, okay, and also comment as well. Okay, back to the topic. Yeah, the second record contains all these fields, right? All these informations. And if you see here, each record has got what? Individual values. Unique values, it's not repeating. Are the fields repeating here? Do I have got one more name here? No, the fields are not repeating. Okay? The data is stored in a very unique fashion here. Okay? And it is very simple to understand. We'll see each topic in detail in the coming videos. Okay? Next topic, next thing. Let's see the data integrity. Data integrity means what? The data that you're storing in the table, the data that you're storing in the database. Okay, before data integrity, one more point here is, suppose this is a data, this is a table, right? We have got one more table. Okay, that two tables has got a link between them. Okay, this link ko will call as a relation, relationship. Okay, these relationships can be one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, or many-to-many. Okay, we have got 4 different types of relationships between the tables. Okay, so obviously in a database we have got so many tables. ऐसा नहीं है कि we have got only one table. Suppose we'll take the example of a college. So college will have suppose we'll take the example of a CSE branch. Suppose ठीक है, CSE branch का table you'll be having different, mechanical का you'll be having different, civil का you'll be having different, IT का table you'll be having different. For example, I'm saying ठीक है. So we have got different tables. Okay, we'll take one more example. Faculty table and student table. These two tables needs to be connected with each other. These two tables has to have a relationship between them, right? So I can have these 4 relationships, any of the 4. One-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, many-to-many, right? Suppose a faculty, there's a teacher. The faculty details, मतलब faculty will be connected to the timetable. Suppose, for example, I'm saying these faculty takes these many subjects, teaches these many subjects. These subjects on so and so date, so and so time, so and so classes. Okay, getting there should be a relationship between the entities. Okay, entities are nothing but individual values. Okay, objects, individual objects, differentiable objects. Clear? Easy. There is nothing much in this. Simple as a table, you'll be having a 2-dimensional table. We know a table has what? Rows and columns. Rows को आप tuples बोल रहे हैं या records. Columns you will call as attributes. And yes, here if you see one more point, I've got a null value. Yes, tables can have null values. Null values means null values is different from 0, writing 0 or leaving some space. ठीक है? Null is different from writing 0 or giving some space. Null matlab empty, right? It's like you're leaving an empty space. You're leaving empty space while the time of creation of the table. You're leaving an empty space. That is nothing but null. And yes, null values is different from 0 and leaving space. ठीक है, अगर आप नहीं null की जगह if you're writing, suppose I've got no comments on the RDBMS, so I cannot just simply write 0. मतलब I can write 0, but this will indicate something else. ठीक है, if I leave some space here, that will indicate something else. If I write null here, that will indicate something else. ठीक है, these 3 things are different. Okay, these are not the same. Clear? Next. I'm only explaining like the terminologies that we are going to use here in this particular video. I'm only explaining the terminologies that we are going to be using. The columns, the rows, the tuples, the entities, attributes, these null values, the data integrity and all. Okay? In the coming videos, we will see all these things in detail. ठीक है, ये बस एक overview जैसा है for you to get a idea कि है क्या ये. You should not get confused if I'm using the name tuple instead of row or record instead of row. You shouldn't be confused. Row क्या है ये? Getting? Okay. So this is done about the tables. There is nothing much to explain here. Next, data integrity. Integrity का मतलब क्या है? The data that you're entering into the database should be accurate, should be reliable. In short, data integrity ensures that the data has got accuracy. ठीक है, आपका data reliable है, accurate है, तभी मैं बोलूँगी the data integrity. ठीक है, data integrity is achieved. ठीक है, integrity is nothing but the data is consistent, or the data is accurate, accuracy of the data. Clear? Now the data integrity can be achieved with 4 different things: entity integrity, domain integrity, referential and user defined integrity. Okay, the first one, entity integrity, means what? It says that entity integrity ensures that there is no duplicate rows. ठीक है, suppose I've got 1 and again suppose I'm having 1, there should be no duplicate rows. ठीक है, I told you the tables will have uniqueness in them. They have got key concepts, मतलब primary key, unique key, all these keys. So they have got uniqueness. So the rows cannot be duplicated, the data cannot be duplicated, the data cannot be redundant. Okay? The reason, like, see, if the data is not redundant, I'm saying this over and over again. If the data is not redundant, then only the data will be consistent. If you have got redundancy in the data, duplication in the data, what's happening? If you are having if you have got duplicate data, then data is becoming inconsistent. Okay, clear? Now, next, clear with the entity integrity. Entity integrity ensures that the data that you're entering, the data that you're entering in the database, it should not have duplicate rows. ठीक है, same rows, duplicate rows, it should not have. ठीक है, वो किस में आएगा आपके पास? Entity integrity. Clear? Next, domain integrity. Domain integrity ensures that the data, the type of data, the range of the data, the format of the data that you're entering should be valid. ठीक है, type, range, format should be valid. For example, I'll say you, suppose you are entering, suppose for example your roll number. ठीक है, roll number has got no alphabets, right? Roll number has got only digits. Phone number ले लेंगे हम, phone number में you will be having what? Only digits, right? You'll not be having you'll not be having alphabets, and digits. Phone number cannot exceed more than 10, right? These are the integrities, the domain integrities. Okay, it ensures that you are entering the data, that the data that you're entering is valid. It has got specific range. I told you 10 digits, not more than 10 digits. The format, the type, right? All these. The next one, referential integrity. Referential integrity, naam se you can understand, referential. You cannot delete the rows that are being used in some other records. Okay? I'll repeat it again. You cannot delete the rows or the records that is being used by some other records, that is being referenced in some other records. Okay? Clear? Entity is done, domain is done, referential is done. It's easy to understand. बस यहाँ पे आपके पास constraints है और specific rules है. ठीक है? And next, user defined integrity. मतलब the user is going to set some rules for the data. Okay? He'll be having his own rules that are being set by the user. User defined. User is going to define some rules on the data that has to be entered. Okay? Easy. So these are the integrity, data integrity you will find in RDBMS. Okay? Relational Database Management System. I hope you understood this. There is nothing much. This is nothing much complicated. Not much complicated. You have got data integrity of 4 different types. The data entity integrity, domain integrity, referential, and user defined integrity. Easy, understood. We have seen what? A relational database management system. Relation is nothing but a table. Table has got rows and columns. Rows are also known as tuples. Columns are also known as attributes. This is an example of a 2D table. We have got fields. We have got attributes. Okay? Vertical columns are nothing but vertical entities are nothing but columns, and horizontal entities are nothing but rows or records, right? And we have got data integrity. We spoke about relationships, right? But among the tables, 2 or more different tables, we have got relationships, that is 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to 1, or many to many. Clear? In the coming videos, we'll see a little more about RDBMS. Okay? The topics for the topics of RDBMS.